Hello, welcome to another Barb Stamps video. Before I get into the actual video, I wanted to introduce you to my Magnolia Lane online class. My online class includes 8 cards plus a fabulous 3D item, and you can purchase that for $25 on my blog at barbstamps.com. If you prefer to get the class for free, and why wouldn't you, you can purchase these items from me by sending me an email telling me you want the bundle. The bundle is going to include the Good Morning Magnolia stamp set, the Magnolia Memories dies, the Magnolia Lane ribbon combo pack, and the Magnolia Lane Designer Series paper package. If you want to add an additional item, you can add the hot air balloon punch for a special price, and then you can create the 3D item with that. So the class itself, like I said, was $25. If you purchase the bundle of products that I have here, you get the class for free. And here are the Designer Series papers. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And then the dies look like this, and I'll go a little more into detail farther on into the video. But if you're interested in my online class, go to barbstamps.com or click the link in the description box and you can purchase that from me. Let's move on. In today's video, we're going to be making a card very similar to this, but we're going to be adding a few little details to it. So we're going to be adding some twine under the flower, and then of course we're going to be adding something to the inside of the card. So we're going to be using these amazing Magnolia Memory dies. And I do have my little cheat sheets for you. So the Magnolia Memory dies are part of the Magnolia Good Morning Magnolia bundle, which includes the stamp set and the die set. And now the suite of products also includes the Designer Series paper, the folder, the ribbon combo pack that I have a couple pieces here. It includes the So Saffron new Stampin' Blends markers, just lots of other goodies. But for this card today, we're going to be using some Designer Series paper and the dies. So here are, excuse me, here are the dies. So you can see some of them have coordinating stamps. So the very large image there does have a coordinating die. The small leaf has coordinating dies. There's 2 of them. There's 2 dies for one stamped leaf. This little flower here has a coordinating die. And then this little flourish can be used with this edgelet that can create these 2 different looks here. Now the set also has some dies that don't have matching stamps, which is these 4 leaves, nice cut detailed leaves. This detailed flower, and then the solid image that you can layer together and get something like this, which is what we're going to be doing on the card today. And I'll show you how to get this to look this color rather than this color. The 2 flower middles, and then these 3 pieces that you can layer together to build a flower. So it's an amazing set of dies, lots of possibilities with this one. And so we are going to get started. So I have a scrap of Mossy Meadow, scrap petal pink, and then I have a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of Mossy Meadow that we're going to fold in half to make a card base. Bring in a bone folder here to get a nice crisp fold. We have a 5 by 4 1/4 inch piece for the inside. I have a 1/2 inch strip of the Designer Series paper for the inside. I have another scrap for my sentiment on the front. And then I have a 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 inch piece of the Designer Series paper. Here's the opposite side. And a 3 1/2 by 4 3/4 inch piece of Mossy Meadow as a layer for this piece here. So we're going to start out and just layer this Designer Series paper onto this panel here. Oops, I need to have it surrounded by white so I can see it better. All right, and I am going to go run to my paper trimmer and cut a tiny bit off the bottom. Okay, that's better. And then this piece here is going to be layered onto that. Whoops, I need some dimensionals here. So we're going to add some dimensionals to the back of this. I am having a heck of a time with these dimensionals. They are just all wanting to come off the sheet at the same time. I don't need 2 right there. Come on. Okay, so let's peel these paper backings off. And then we can set this in the center of the card base. Okay, I think that's going to work fine. Then we're going to open up the card. We're going to put our inside piece in here. So I'm going to add this little strip of Designer Series paper to the inside fairly close to the bottom. I do want a little bit of the white to show, just so it, just like a little pop of color down there. Try to make sure and get that even. Trim that excess off with some scissors. Okay. And then we can add this to the inside of the card. Okay. Get this centered here. All right, so now we need to do some die cutting and some punching. Whoops, I need a scrap of white. All right, this is a 2 1/4 inch sickle punch, so I'm going to get myself one of those. And then I'm going to stamp my sentiment on this strip here. And this says, "Enjoy today." All right, and while I have this ink out, I'm going to go ahead and do my inside sentiment. So the outside's going to say, "Enjoy today." And then I thought the inside sentiment could say, "The journey of life is best shared with a friend," and mask off the rest of that. Since it's not really a sympathy card, it's just a fun card. So I'm going to take a piece of Scotch tape, and I'm literally going to tape it over the words that I do not want on the stamp. Then I'm going to ink that up. Most important step is to remove the tape, and I'm going to throw this in the trash right now. And then we're going to just stamp this right in here, like so. So there's a little masking tip for you. Masking is lots of fun. All right, so this one we're going to snip off with the classic label punch. And I want it to be over to the right-hand edge, like that. And then I'm just going to snip off this side so that I have a little straight edge there. And we're going to add a little bit of glue to that. And then we're just going to bring it onto the front and put it near the top. Try to make it even there if we can. I think that's pretty even. My old eyes might play tricks on me. So then I'm going to take these 2 pieces of cardstock and I'm going to die cut them with the 2 flowers and the 4 leaves. So I'm going to cut these 2 flowers, and then I'm going to get myself some of the 4 of these detailed leaves. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay. So here's my detailed flower, and I'm going to use my new brush attachment with my Take Your Pick tool. This is new in our catalog. It's a die brush attachment, and so it's meant to roll across your dies to release all the bits that might be caught inside. Okay, so we just had a couple more that we had to get rid of. And then here's my other piece that goes with it. And then here are my leaves. I'm going to do the same thing with them. Try to get as much out of them as we can. Okay. Get these out of the die. I might need my little pokey tool attachment for this. So we have a little pokey tool attachment for the other end of the Take Your Pick tool, and that way I can just poke and get that one out. So I have those 2. These already came out, so we can then use our pokey tool to get rid of the rest of the bits that get stuck inside there. Okay, let me clean this up and I'll be right back. All right, so then we're going to bring in our detailed flower, and I'm going to color this with my dark Petal Pink Stampin' Blend markers. You can see I can just go right over all the lines of this image that I've die cut, and I can just add the color. And that's going to really make it pop off of the solid piece that's below it. And there we have it. So now we can layer these two pieces together. So I'm just going to add some liquid glue to the back of this, not too much, just a small bead around lots of these edges, because I don't want it to squish out all over. Okay, and then we can just line this up. Just like so. And press that into place. And then we have a fun detailed flower that's a little bit popped up because of the color that we added. All right, so now we can bring in our circle, and we're going to add these pieces to the circle. So I'm going to pop up the flower. Get this dimensional here. And I'm just going to pop this up right here onto the circle. And then these little leaves I'm going to add. I'm going to add the two of these together. So I'm just going to add some glue to this large one. And then glue those two together. And then underneath. And then we're just going to kind of tuck that in underneath the flower. Same thing with this small leaf here. Add a little bit of glue there. And I'm just going to tuck that in under here. Like that. Then I'm going to bring in a few rhinestones. I'm going to bring my take your pick tool back in. I'm going to screw off my little brush head here and screw back on my putty tip, because I'm going to add a few rhinestones to this piece here. And this take your pick tool is perfect for getting those rhinestone pieces off. They just pop right off, and you can use that very easily. Okay, so then I'm going to bring in some of, this is the Magnolia Lane ribbon combo pack. We have some Mossy Meadow linen thread, and then we have the Sahara Sand linen trim ribbon. So I'm going to use the Mossy Meadow twine, and I'm going to wrap it around my hand a couple times like that, and I'm going to add it to the back of the circle. So I'm going to add a bit of tape here. Bring that up. Okay, so we're going to add the tape, and then we're going to kind of pull on the ends here to kind of get them. That's perfect. Just like that. Just because I wanted a few of the ends to kind of stick off the side. Now I'm going to bring some dimensionals in, and we're going to add a few to the back. Oh, there's that dimensional backing I lost earlier. There we go. I do not have any fingernails, and that is a very difficult task. And then we're just going to add this kind of down here at the bottom, close to the edge. And so there we have it, our finished card. So thank you guys so much for watching. I would appreciate your orders with me at shoppingwithbarb.com. I do always offer free gifts with purchase. I have a monthly host code that you can use to get that free gift. And if you need any more stamping inspiration, barbstamps.com, where you'll find links to my Facebook live classes and all kinds of fun stuff. So thanks again, and have a great day.